Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Today, a very important news. Arnab Goswami has been arrested from his residence. The country is divided. There are a lot of people who say, "Acha ho gaya, good, he is arrested." So what? The police was following law. The government was following law. Another set of group of people, including a lot of central government ministers, say that, "Arey, this is emergency. This is wrong." Let's discuss this threadbare. Let's get right into the show.
शांतपणे सांगून दरवाजाच्या बाहेर आम्ही 1 तास उभे होतो ना मॅडम. मग 1 तास आम्ही बाहेर उभे होतो ना. मग ही प्रॉपर गोष्ट आहे का? तुम्ही पोलिसांना बाहेर 1 तास उभं करून ठेवलंय आणि तुम्ही चुकीच्या बातम्या स्प्रेड करताय.
I need to speak to my wife. You are getting trouble for yourself. I need to speak to my wife. Shamo! Don't push my son. Shamo!
Relax.
Shamo, record this.
Wait.
Shamo, record this. Shamo,
No, my God.
For starters, let us understand the story from the beginning. The first thing that I would like to tell you is that Arnab Goswami was not put behind bars for any journalistic reasons. There was no journalistic issues that he was put behind bars for. Neither is he arrested because of speaking ill about the government or speaking badly about the Chief Minister of Maharashtra or abusing the Commissioner of Police, Mumbai. You were not put behind bars for all of that. There was a gentleman called Anvay Naik and his mother Kumuda Naik. Both of them architects, and they committed suicide. And they left a suicide note which I have right here in front of me. In this suicide note, they name 3 people. One is Arnab Goswami, who they claim owes them 83 lakh of rupees. Second is Firoz Sheikh, who they claim owes them 400 lakh of rupees. And third is Nitish Sharda, who they claim owes them 55 lakh of rupees. So, because of this financial burden, because of this debt, and because they couldn't handle their debtors, they committed suicide. And they named these 3 people, saying that these are the people responsible for our suicide. Now, this happened during the Bharatiya Janata Party Shiv Sena government. This happened when the Yuti government was ruling Maharashtra. And very ironically, this case was closed because of lack of evidence.
I also have the suicide note right now. I can forward that. But we are not trying to make this any political issue or anything. Any parties, all I want is justice for my father. And it's long awaited. We have almost begged everyone. We have written to Narendra Modi sir. Also, we have written on email at PMOs to tell us the same, and we've narrated the story as well. But so far nothing has happened. And now this is happening. I would just request Maharashtra police to take a fair investigation ahead.
झालीच पाहिजे. त्यांनी खूप आम्हाला प्रेशर आणलं आमच्याकडनं 173 क्लोजिंग फॉर्म त्यांना वाटत होतं आम्हाला मराठी येत नाही.
तर मराठी
ते शेम आहे अक्षरशः. त्याच्यात लिहिलेलं होतं आमच्या 59/2018 केसचा नंबर. मग लिहिलेलं होतं की ही केस मी सूडबुद्धीने दाखल
आम्हीच.
केलेली आहे. आम्ही त्यांच्यावर सूडबुद्धीने ती मी परत घेते आणि ह्याच्यात आम्हीच सामील आहोत. त्यांची सही झालेली होती. ही 22 फेब्रुवारी 2019ची गोष्ट आहे.
ऑलमोस्ट अराउंड दॅट.
नाही बरोबर, मी डेटही सांगू शकते.
but around-
22
around
फेब्रुवारीलाच आम्ही तिकडे होतो. आणि वराडे आमच्याकडे त्यांना वाटलं आम्हाला मराठी वाचता येत नाही. मी ती वाचल्यावर मला इतकं थरथरल्या, म्हणजे हेच टेन्शन आलं. मुलीला सांगितलं की तू हे वाच आणि ह्याचा फोटो काढ.
मग मी वाचली. आय वॉन्टेड टू टेक अ फोटो बिकॉज ही हॅड ऑलरेडी साईन दॅट. तर ही पुश्ड माय मदर, ही पुश्ड मी, हेल्ड माय मदर, वॉज फोर्सिंग अस तुम्ही साईन करायलाच पाहिजे.
आणि मग शेवट फोटो काढते म्हटल्यावर त्यांनी ते
मग
खेचून
आम्ही
काढून
आवाज करायला
कचऱ्याच्या डब्यात
लागलो.
टाकलं.
मग आमच्याकडनं ते हिसकावून घेऊन ही टोर इट आणि मग कचऱ्याच्या डब्यात टाकून दिलं.
आणि अनिल पारसकरांना पण आम्ही दुसऱ्या दिवशी जाऊन ही गोष्ट सांगितली
वी हॅव
की असं आमच्यावर दबाव
In
आणण्यात
fact,
आला.
the same night also, whenever I don't exactly remember the date, 22nd Feb or what, but the same day we have also notified the same to Mr. Anil Paraskar. But दोघांचंही तेच मत होतं की investigation is on, you will be called. When they didn't tell us, just to protect somebody.
When Mahavikas Aghadi government came in, this case was reopened. Now I have two questions. Question number one is, why did Bharatiya Janata Party government, Bharatiya Janata Party led government close this case? Devendra Fadnavis, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, personally was heading the Home Ministry. Why was this case closed? Was this case closed to protect somebody? And the next question is, why was this case opened? Was this case opened during the Mahavikas Aghadi regime for vendetta or for giving justice to the family? If it was for vendetta, sad day for the country. And if it was to give justice, good. So this is my first point, and this is the first point that one needs to understand. The second point. A lot of people, especially a lot of ministers from the union government, from Delhi, has been calling this emergency too. They have been saying that, listen, what is happening in Maharashtra? Press is being suppressed. They are torturing. This is bad. But what I want to ask these people is, where were they when a Vinod Dua was charged under sedition, Deshdroha? You know who charged him? There was an FIR filed in Himachal Pradesh. There were 2 FIR filed against him. One was filed by a BJP spokesperson in Delhi, and one filed by a BJP district president in Himachal Pradesh. And in Himachal Pradesh, the police booked a case of sedition against Deshdroha against Vinod Dua, a 67-year-old gentleman who served this country as a journalist for close to 40 to 45 years. A person who was decorated with Padma Shri. I want to ask these same people, where was their freedom of press when a Siddharth Varadarajan, there was a criminal case booked against Siddharth Varadarajan, senior journalist from The Wire, when a criminal case was booked against him in Uttar Pradesh, saying that he did some defamatory tweet against the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. Same happened with Supriya Sharma of the Scroll. Again, UP police filed an FIR against her. Same happened to Dhaval Patel. Again, a sedition case against that man. So all that happened. There was no union ministers and no leaders tweeting saying that emergency 2, emergency 3. Let me ask you another question. Journalists like Abhisar Sharma, journalists like Punya Prasoon Bajpayee, journalists like Ajit Anjum, journalists like Faye D'Souza were forced out of their channels. They were forced out, and everybody in this country knows how that happened. Why was there no outrage then? So The question that I want to ask is outrage selective? Is law separate for Mr. Arnab Goswami? And does a Vinod Dua or a Siddharth Varadarajan or a Supriya Sharma, all of these people, do they operate under a different law? Does union government see Vinod Dua separately? And does this union government see Arnab Goswami separately? The question that I want to ask tonight, and it's a very important question. The question that I want to ask tonight is, my government, my union ministers, do they stand behind our constitution and justice? Or do they stand behind their supporters and individuals? Because if they stand behind constitution and justice, then the treatment given to Arnab should have been given to Vinod, should have been given to Siddharth Varadarajan, should have been given to Supriya Sharma. And if they stand behind an individual, then what happened today is absolutely correct. Let's look at this case now from a whole new perspective. Let's look at this complete case from a whole new perspective. A gentleman called Anvay Naik committed suicide. In his suicide note, he named 3 people. One of it was Arnab Goswami, and he died. The police literally tortured the victim's family to ensure that they take back the case against Arnab Goswami. Possibly because the government of the day in 2018 wanted to protect Arnab Goswami. Come 2020, new government, and all of a sudden the same police force was over enthusiastic to ensure that Arnab Goswami is picked up from his house and taken and put behind bars. Now finally, in all of this, in the first case, police protecting the accused, and in the second case, police ensuring that the accused is picked up and put behind bars. In all of this, where is legal justice system? It is wish of one political party where one was protected, and the wish of another political party when that person was picked up and put behind bars. Where is the court? Where is legal justice system here? And that's precisely the point that I want to talk today. And that's precisely the perspective that I want to get to you today. While all of this happens, fine. But the fact remains that our country will go to the dogs if you have politicians deciding as to whether a culprit would be protected or a culprit would be behind bars instead of a court. If we have political dispensations and political parties and governments deciding that a person should be behind bars or a person should be saved. If that happens, we will be a lawless land, and that's precisely where we are headed to. Please understand, that's exactly what this particular incident has taught us. Till such time that the police reforms of 2006 are not implemented, police will be a slave to the political masters. Till such time that the police reforms are not implemented, the police will be dependent on the political masters for their transfers, for their promotions, for their suspensions, for everything. They will be dependent on these political masters, and till such time that they are dependent on the political masters, they will not move an inch without the permission of these political masters. And the most important thing that we need to derive out of this entire incident is that all this is happening fine. हमारे जिंदगी के लिए, for our betterment, for our life, we need to ensure that police reforms are implemented and force our respective governments to ensure that the police reforms are implemented. Because finally, this happened to the Naik family. This could happen to any one of us. This could happen to any one of us. Least we forget that. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.